state for diagnosis and possible testing. 35 years old, never married. A Distinguished Service Cross for leading an escape from a communist prison camp. A dishonorable discharge afterwards for insubordination. Followed by a history of drunkenness, battery and assault, disturbance of the peace, repeated gambling. 1 arrest for rape.
Rape?
Statutory?
Of a child of 15.
Said she was 17 and she was plenty willing.
A court doctor's examination of the child.
Doc, she was so willing I took the padlock in my fly.
Our newest admission, doctor.
You've no previous history? Any time spent in any other institution?
Well, sir, including state and county coolers.
Mental institution.
No, Doc, this is my first trip. But I am crazy, Doc, I swear. Here, let me show you the other doctor in the work farm. Yeah, here it is. Repeated outbreaks of passion suggest a possible diagnosis of psychopath. It says that psychopath means I fight and fight. Oh, sorry, how did he put it? I'm overzealous in my sexual relations. Is that real serious, Doc? I mean, have you ever been troubled by it?
No, I'll admit I haven't.
That bit about fighting I can understand. Have you ever heard of a man getting too much poozle, huh?
I am interested in this statement, however. Don't overlook the possibility that this man might be feigning psychosis in order to escape the drudgery of the work farm? Mr. McMurphy, what do you think about that?
Do I look sane to you?
Doctor, perhaps you should advise Mr. McMurphy on the protocol of these meetings.
All patients must remain seated.
Why, sure, Doctor.
You see, we work under the principle of the therapeutic community.
The which?
The therapeutic community? You see, this ward is society in miniature. And since society decides who's sane and who isn't, you must measure up. Our goal is a completely democratic ward governed by the patients, working to restore them to the outside. Talk, discuss, confess, and if you hear any patient say anything that's important, write it down in the logbook for all to see. Do you know what this process is called?
Squealing.
Therapy. Help yourself and your friends probe the secrets of the subconscious. Help restore the old guilts out into the open.
What guilts?
Perhaps, if I may suggest, Doctor, Mr. McMurphy might learn by example. According to various entries by Mr. Harding in the logbook, he's reported a sense of unease when walking with his wife on the street due to the manner in which other men stare at her. He has been further said to say, quote,
"She certainly gives them reason to stare," unquote.
Yes. He has also said that he may give her reason to seek sexual attention elsewhere. What reason, Dale?
I can't say that I have been notably ardent.
Do you find that she finds you sexually inadequate?
Maybe she's just too plain hot for him. That it, Harding?
Betty's
afraid of her!
Not afraid.
Scared!
Well, it might be fair to say intimidated.
same thing. I also see that Mr. Harding has said that his wife's ample bosom gives him a sense of inferiority.
So why does he marry a dame with such big numbers to begin with?
I'll bet he has a mother fixation!
It's not so. I wanted a womanly woman. Someone who would not compete, but who would help me
To counter certain tendencies within yourself. You married a woman who was quite clearly your superior. Don't you find significance in that?
Well, yes, of course, but I thought that theoretically it made sense that sexually.
What happens in the hay?
Complete psychic impotence. Oh, damn, why do I always cry?
Say, Harding, wouldn't it be easier to just come right out and admit your thing?
All right, knock it off.
Mr. McMurphy!
Leave the guy alone.
Sit down.
Listen, buddy, you don't have to take this shit.
I suggest we close this meeting until discipline has improved.
Say, buddy, do these little meetings always go like this? A bunch of chickens at a pecking party.
Pecking party? I haven't the faintest notion what you're talking about.
Why, I'll just explain it to you. You see, the flock gets sight of a chick with a speck of blood, and they all go pecking at it, see? So there's nothing left but blood and bones and feathers. But usually, a couple of the flock get spotted in the process, and then they're next.
A pecking party? Well, that certainly is a pleasant analogy, my friend.
That's right, friend, and that's exactly what the meeting reminded me of.
So I'm the chicken with a spot of blood, eh, friend?
That's right, friend, and you know who pecks the first peck? That old nurse, that's who.
So, it's as simple as that. As stupidly simple as that. You've simplified the work of Freud, Young, and Maxwell Jones, and summed it up in one analogy. It's a pecking party.
Listen, buddy, I'm not talking about Fred Young and whoever Jones. I'm talking about this crummy meeting and what that nurse did to you.
To me?
In spades.
Why, this is incredible. You completely disregard the fact that everything she did was for my benefit.
Bullshit.
I'm disappointed in you, my friend. I had judged you were more intelligent, but evidently I was mistaken.
Hell with you, buddy.
Oh yes, I also noticed your primitive brutality. Psychopath with sadistic tendencies, undoubtedly motivated by unreasoning egomania. And those qualities certainly render you capable of being a therapist and judging Miss Ratched, even though she's a highly regarded psychiatric nurse with 20 years experience in the field. But you, with all your talent, you can work subconscious miracles, soothe the aching head, heal the wounded superego. You could probably cure the whole ward, vegetables and all, in 6 months, ladies and gentlemen, or your money back.
Are you trying to tell me that what went on today is doing some kind of good?
Why else would we subject ourselves to it?